Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to do the stamping on the acetate and painting. I did a card on that on my blog quite some time ago, and then I posted it on the Cricut message board, and I thought, oh, that might be a good video. So first of all, you're going to need a piece of acetate, and this is actually a cover from the Cricut cartridges. And you'll need a good ink, which I'm using StazOn, because water-based ink just won't work on the acetate very well. And you'll want to get your image. This is I believe it was a Unique Boutique stamp from Treasures Collection. It's called Flower Pieces, and you'll have to make sure you use a stamp that can be reversed. Also, when you stamp, it might smear a little bit because it likes to move, because you're working with a slick surface. And then just stamp your, you can see how dirty my ink block is. I just figure, why waste? And I'm going to stamp a couple of leaves on there. The other leaf. I was going to do a word one, and I thought, well, I can't do word because, like I said, it has to be able to be reversed because you're going to actually be working from the back. Okay? And it will take a little bit for that to dry. Okay, so that's your image stamped on your acetate. And then when you turn it over, it's going to look like that. So you can touch the front all you want, but don't touch the back because you'll smear it. I already started painting on this one. I've already painted the green in the center of the flower, but then you'll want to paint on the back of your image, like where you stamped it, but that's why you got to make sure it's good and dry. But just get it in, because if it's not, then your ink's going to smear, and then you'll end up with the inky mess. And you don't have to be real neat about it. Just kind of, you can go over to the black if you need to, or if you want to. And it does take a little while for the paint to dry also. And I picked my paints according to the paper I was using, which is, you know, the best thing to do. Otherwise, you know, I might have a odd color flower that doesn't match the paper I'm going to use. So definitely pick out your papers first, and then you can choose your paint colors. And then when you turn it over, you can see there's your flower. Okay? And I'm going to put that over there to dry, because I have one. Now on this card, I completely cut around the image, and I wanted to see what they would look like, you know, cut around the image, and then one not cut around the image. I have my mat cut at 4.5 by 5 because this is my card front. Okay, and then I cut my flower mat at, already inked, at 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And then this is 3 3/4 by 2 inches. And then my little piece is, that's the wrong little piece, is 2 inches by 4 inches. Okay? So then you are just going to, and I used the Paisley Cuttlebug folder on this green piece. Huh. I cracked myself up. I just thought about Greenpeace, you know, that organization. On this piece of green here, I used the Paisley Cuttlebug folder. I'm repeating myself. That's because I just don't know what I'm doing sometimes. Okay? And, oh, actually what I want to do next is I want to take my purple piece, and since I'm going to be using brads, I'm just going to do 2 sides because it'll help hold it down. And then I'm going to place that right about there. And then I am going to get my mouse pad. And I'm going to poke some holes. And these are the spare parts brads that you can get like at Hobby Lobby. I love these little things. And I always look forward to going to Hobby Lobby to see if these are on sale, and they're usually not at the time I get to go. I'm going to have to go pretty soon because I'm almost out of some of them. And I can never find the stupid primary colors, and I'm wanting some red ones. And the primary colors are never in when I'm there. I'm beginning to think they just don't even carry them. And this is just a big mouse pad that I found at a garage sale for like 50 cents. And I thought it'd be good to stamp on because, you know, most of my stamps aren't mounted. And it does help to have some cush if you want a crisp image. And your mounted stamps come with that cushion built in. Most of you guys already know that, though. Okay, and I do my brads that way before I put it down because it helps cut down on the bulk on the back whenever I get ready to attach it to my card base. Okay. Oop, little tape, just fold it under. And center. Like that. And I have one here that I did, I put some ribbon on because I was trying to decide which one I liked best. Did I want it with the ribbon behind it, which looks fine, or do I want it without the ribbon, which that looks good too. But for now, we're going to go with this one. I guess I can move my mouse pad now. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to move the camera. Might have made you a little dizzy there. And what I did is I already applied my mounting foam and just put it where you've painted. That way, you know, you don't see it whenever you put it on the card. And when I said that, it's like I do like to use the roller mounting foam, and this is the reason right here is because I have this very thin piece, and it's so easy just to cut the size that I'm wanting to use, and not have, you know, think, oh, I can't put it on there. Okay, and also what I'm going to do is, before I put that on there, so it'll be easier to tape, I am going to go ahead and adhere my card base, or my card mat, to my card base. One of these days, maybe I'll get rich enough where I feel like I can use a whole piece of cardstock. And as you see, there's a little bit of white there, but we're not going to really worry about that because we're going to end up inking that anyway. And I used, I think it was violet, and then I used Olive Pastel, and then on here that's the terracotta. And then for the whole card, I'm using the Chestnut Roan Cat Eye. This one is the chalk ink. As by now, you guys probably know that's my absolute favorite because it just gives everything kind of a little bit of a finished look. And I did use, I don't know if you can really tell, I used the Ticket Punch from Stampin' Up! Ticket Punch on those corners because I have those brads on there. Now I'm just going to get this and place it down and kind of press on my mounting foam. And there you go. Very simple. It does take a little bit of time, and it might take a little bit of practice, especially for inking the stays on, because like I said, it wants to slip. Now the Stampin' Up! Classic pads, is it the classic, or no, the craft pads might work also, but I don't have any of those, and the stays on is what I have, so that's what I used. But there's your card. Very nice, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.